A massive phone outage affecting the Suncoast. We'll tell you what happened. Also, the 20th annual Sarasota Film Fest begins tonight in downtown Sarasota. We'll have a preview for you.
And Sarasota police need your help in identifying these two car hijacking suspects. We have those stories plus your weekend forecast and first alert traffic. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5.
Well, hard to forget this date. It is indeed Friday the 13th, folks.
That is right. If you have triskaidekaphobia, you're going to want to stay inside your house today.
Yeah.
Fear of the number 13, right?
I know. I used to love Triscuits and cheese, by the way. Triskaidekaphobia. You knew that,
right.
John. You knew that phrase,
right?
I did know that phrase.
Yeah.
But now I'm scared.
Right.
You know what other day it is today?
What?
It's National Blame Somebody Else Day.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
We love that day. That works for us. Blame somebody else for a beautiful
Send me a card.
forecast.
Send me a card.
Hey, don't blame me. We're looking at some nice weather for you today, though. That's absolutely true. We have quiet conditions on radar across the entire state. And that'll be the case again today through the afternoon into tomorrow. Radar, quiet, satellite showing clear skies, sunny conditions. Probably see a few more clouds around this afternoon, though, because the humidity has risen, and it is a little bit warmer out there by about 5 to 8 degrees, depending on where you are. 65 Sarasota, 65 in Bradenton, 64 Arcadia, 64 Wauchula. Temperatures fairly uniform across the region. We have a nice wind blowing today out of the east. I am going to point this out to you early on in the forecast, though. Again, over the whole week. Well, we'll be talking about it in a few minutes, but over the whole week, we've been talking about the threat of severe weather on Sunday. We'll talk about it coming up in a few.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, John.
Don't blame me.
All right, fair enough. Checking the roads right now. An early build-up there on 301 northbound. It's Friday as you get past State Road 70.
And you're supposed to be the traffic connoisseur.
And sometimes I stare at the red and think, wait, is that northbound or southbound?
Right there with you.
All right, let's check the next map then, farther south down to Sarasota County. A little issue there at Bee Ridge near the interstate. We'll click on that and find out a stalled vehicle eastbound on Bee Ridge that is heading toward the eastern side of the county at 75 of all places. Also an issue there on Clark Road. If we can switch gears, pardon the pun, and find out what that is on Clark down by, Lockwood Ridge. No, we'll do that next time perhaps. So it's 5:02 and it's Friday morning and we're glad you're with us. If you are on Verizon, you may have noticed thousands lost coverage last night.
A scary moment. You feel a little cut off last night, missing your phone calls and that ability to text? Well, you are not alone. Thousands of Verizon wireless customers are still being affected this morning, all the way from Tampa and St. Pete to south of Punta Gorda. For most of last night and again early this morning, phones with Verizon service were unable to make calls or text or even get online. Now, some service has been restored as of early this morning. If yours isn't back just yet, you are urged to use landlines in case of an emergency. Now, so far, here's what Verizon is saying about that outage. They are aware of the network issue, and their network engineers are working to get it all fixed and back up and running as soon as possible. And this morning, Sarasota police need your help identifying two car hijacking suspects. According to police, this pair that you're going to see here in just a moment stole a car from the parking lot of the Walgreens on Fruitville Road. Now, the car that they're looking for is a white 2018 Hyundai Santa Fe SUV. If you have any information, you can contact their non-emergency line.
A Tampa man is facing jail time after pleading guilty to submitting a false claim for FEMA benefits after Hurricane Irma. Gregory Douglas Jr. faces up to 5 years in federal prison. The plea deal said that Douglas used a false address in Tampa to apply for $1,500 in disaster assistance. Douglas did not live or own that home during the storm. His sentencing date has not yet been set.
Well, so long, Harvey and Irma. See you later, Maria and Nate. Those four names are officially retired from the list of potential storm names. Now, each year, the World Meteorological Organization reviews all the different storm names, and they will take out or retire the names of storms if they've been too costly or deadly. Otherwise, they can recycle storm names about every 6 years. So far, 86 names have been retired since 1954, when storms first started being named. So here on your screen right now, what are the names for this year's hurricane season? Well, according to the National Hurricane Center, here are the names. There's 21 so far. There's no Ray or Stephanie on this year's list. Alberto, Debbie, Ernesto, Florence, those are just a couple. Leslie, Michael, Nadine. We have a producer, Nadine, here on staff. Oscar, Patty, Raphael, Tony, Valerie, William, just to name a few.
As hurricane season approaches, some reminders from Manatee County officials. Make sure you have enough food and supplies for at least a week. 30 days of medication ideally, extra batteries and chargers for your devices. Make sure that you top off your gas tank in case you need to evacuate, and also have extra cash on hand as ATMs wouldn't be open during a power outage.
Well, school security is something that is much needed right now. Parents and students want it, schools want it, but the question, how do you pay for it? Suncoast schools are struggling to find ways to pay for the new state-mandated school security. In both Manatee and Sarasota counties, the school districts have been paying to have school resource officers in both middle and high schools now for years. But now the Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act has made some form of school security a must. It's now going to cost Manatee County schools an extra $1.1 million a year. Sarasota County schools an extra $2.4 million a year. Now those districts are fronting the extra dollars for this year, but they need a plan for the years to come.
The legislature did give us additional money. But even with that additional money on the school district side, the deficit's $1.4 million.
But that categorical funding would leave us short about $3.1 million, and that's the deficit that we're currently wrestling with.
Now, both districts are committed to keeping their SROs in schools regardless of how they'll be funded next year. Now, some of the funding decisions will come back as the districts now work on their 2018-2019 school budgets.
St. Petersburg and Tallahassee are the latest cities to join a lawsuit against Governor Scott in the state of Florida. A dozen Florida cities say the governor of the state is overstepping their authority on the issue of gun regulations. The cities want to have their own rules. The 2011 law prohibits local governments from passing gun regulations that are more strict than the state's itself. Local officials who defy that law face a $5,000 fine and removal from office. Tallahassee is the only city that hasn't been sued so far under that 7-year-old law.
Just hours away, it is the opening of a brand new hotel on Bahia Vista. Dutchman Hospitality is holding a grand opening later today for the Carlisle Inn. It's a new hotel in the Amish Pinecraft community. The 98-room hotel includes a pool, a spa, a gym. You can take a tour of the hotel after the ribbon cutting that they're having at 11 o'clock this morning.
Money issues are delaying a road project for downtown Venice. That phase of the project includes the area by West Tampa Avenue, south to West Miami Avenue, and Harbor Drive to Business 41. The city of Venice is asking for new and lower bids that the project will need. They're doing infrastructure and drainage repairs. Now, the bids received so far were about $2.5 million over available funds. Originally, work was scheduled to begin this month and wrap up in the fall. Now, the expected start date is expected in late May or in June. And an annual project is back on Island Park on Sarasota's Bayfront. It's called Embracing Our Differences. And this is a live picture right now of the exhibit. Both the name of the art exhibit and the goal, Embrace Our Differences. 45 billboard-sized works of art from students at 227 schools around the world, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. So in honor of this year, the 15th anniversary, 15 of the pieces, some greatest hits collection, are back in this year's exhibit. Check it out for yourself through June 1st along Sarasota's Bayfront.
2 words for you this morning. Go Bolts! The road to the Cup is officially underway, and the Tampa Bay Lightning are proving that they are in it to win it. They beat the New Jersey Devils at the Amalie Arena last night, 5-2 in the first round of the NHL playoffs. Andres Pelé scored the first goal of the night on a backhand shot. Tyler Johnson followed up with his first goal of the playoffs. The Devils did fight hard to come back with 2 goals, but they fell a little short. They are going to be battling out again tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock at Amalie Arena. And Ray, did you know that there is a behind-the-scenes bet going on? Our producer Catherine is from New Jersey, so she predicted that the Devils were going to win it last night 3-2. I said my Bolts are going to go 4-2. Whichever team scores the most goals between today and Saturday's game, the loser has to buy the winner coffee Monday morning.
That's a good little bet.
So yeah, I think it's pretty good. We deal in caffeine, folks.
I was at an event last night trying to watch the score with one eye. Okay,
yeah.
3-0. Now 3-2. And I had to go to bed finally. Didn't have a final till this morning.
I know. Go Bolts, people. Go Bolts.
Yeah, indeed. Still ahead, the latest in your first alert traffic. And it's time again to visit one of the area's top golf courses. We'll take you to one on Bee Ridge Road.
That's right. Coming up a little later in the hour. You think you're paying a lot here in Florida for gas? Our prices are going to go up. But wait till you see the surprising amount that people that live in California will soon be paying for just a gallon of gas. We'll have that for you.
Here's a peek at New York City right now. This is Manhattan. Pretty sharp there, the skyline there. Nice there, but even nicer here in Paradise, John Scalzi.
Yeah, it really is. It's a nice start to the day, actually. I don't think anybody would complain too much about the weather outside currently. In fact, for your drive this morning, none of the weather boxes checked. We have temperatures that are a little bit warmer, so heading out the door, you'll be in the upper 60s instead of low 60s this morning. And on the way home, temperatures will be in the mid 80s. All of the airport hubs serving Sarasota Bradenton International are running A-OK and on time, according to the FAA. Could be some rough weather this weekend, though. We'll talk about that in a minute.
We are problem solvers striving for answers. Relevancy on every platform. We are driven to create content that's compelling, engaging, where it matters. We are neighbors that care about solutions, believers in making a difference, leaders, innovating in an exciting era of multimedia, reaching to always be the gold standard in our evolving landscape. We are Raycom Media. Find your opportunity today.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com, click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC 7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're looking at temperatures that are a little bit warmer this morning. That's the good news. We have some cloud cover out there and some starry skies, more starry skies than anything else. And the dew point value has risen. As we were talking about yesterday, that would happen. And in fact, it will continue to rise. Right now, it's not too bad, coming in at 62. That's comfortable enough. It's not the 48 we had yesterday, which was just delightful, but it's still comfortable. I think as we head into the afternoon, we'll probably see that dew point rise into the mid to maybe even upper 60s, and then tomorrow it'll rise even further. Tomorrow, I think it'll probably feel like kind of a muggy afternoon because that dew point value will be getting pretty close to the 70-degree mark, if not over it. And that will set the stage for some changing weather on Sunday. We'll talk about in a second. East-southeast wind coming in at about 9. Dry air still in place aloft, so we still have this tan colorization indicating that our skies today are going to be very sunny. I don't expect to see any problems there. Temperatures, as I mentioned, running well at this hour, coming in at around 7 to 10 degrees above the 24-hour difference, above what it was 24 hours ago. We'll get up to about 65 degrees by 7 a.m. by 12 noon, 83. And it'll be a warm one this afternoon, coming in at around 85. And with the higher dew point values, some people may think it might feel just a little bit on the humid side this afternoon. And then as we head into the evening hours, 82 degrees with pretty much a sunny to mostly sunny sky throughout the day. Now, there is some colder air back to the west. Temperatures in the 30s in Salt Lake, and all the way down toward Albuquerque, we've got temperatures in the 40s. That's a cold front, a very clearly defined difference between cold air back west and temperatures warmer as you head to the east. 71 degrees in Dallas, 40 in Albuquerque. So that frontal boundary located across the open plains right now will be advancing in this direction. High pressure will retreat east in response to that advancing trough of low pressure. And as that happens, our easterly wind flow that we have been enjoying will start to switch to a little bit more of a southerly direction. And that southerly direction will help to pump the moisture in. And then we'll watch this advancing cold front produce a line of very strong storms. So sunny today with higher humidity over the next day or two. We'll watch for that frontal boundary to arrive on Sunday, bringing us a stormy Sunday, perhaps even severe weather on Sunday. We'll call it a first alert weather day, no doubt. As we head into the afternoon and evening, that's when our threat of severe weather will become highest on Sunday. And then after we get through Sunday night into Monday morning, the front moves past, and we get much cooler next week. It'll be actually pretty nice as we start off next work week. Titan radar quiet at this hour as it will be, but watch the storm outlook from the Severe Storm Prediction Center. Across the center part of the country, we have a severe weather threat today. Tomorrow, it's in the northern Gulf waters. And then look what happens on Sunday as that front advances. We get into an area of well, at least a slight risk at this time, but it could become even stronger as we move into Sunday. So this will be tweaked, the timing will be tweaked, but nevertheless, there is a threat of severe weather on Sunday. So for boaters today, shouldn't be too bad. South wind switches to the southwest at about 5 to 10, but it will be picking up tonight, coming in at about 15. 2-foot seas, moderate chop, and boaters just really be aware of some of these weather because we could get a very windy day and some really squirrely weather. 85 degrees today, mostly sunny skies. Tomorrow, 85 degrees, a little bit more cloud cover and higher humidity. Then Sunday, our first alert weather day, windy, some strong storms. Could be some storms that contain severe weather, mostly in the form of damaging winds and small hail. Those will be the biggest threats. Not so much tornadoes, though. Again, that threat will be adjusted with time. Then cooler air. Check out Monday, full sun. Daytime high only 68 degrees. That's well below average for this time of year. And then as we head into the week ahead, mostly sunny skies all next work week. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Let's take a look outside to your first alert traffic out there this morning. Already seeing those slowdowns on 301 in Manatee County. In Sarasota County, those roads aren't too bad just yet. Do have one little blip to tell you about right there on Bee Ridge Road. Bee Ridge Road eastbound, there's a stalled vehicle right there on the corner of Bee Ridge and I-75. So that is slowing some things down there this morning. And then if we head a little bit farther south in the area, you see right there on Clark Road, on Fox Run Road, there's something in the road right there on that part of the area, and that is between 41 and 75 on Clark Road. There's an obstruction, as they're telling us, in the road. So I'm not sure if that's big, small, construction cone, or an elephant, but there is something in that road.
Yeah, elephant.
And then on 41, those roads are looking pretty decent as well, and 75 farther south, the roads are looking good. 518, first alert traffic. And it is time once again to hit the greens in Dream 18.
Adam Shalene checked out the Bent Tree Road on Bee Ridge Road.
Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of Dream 18. I'm Adam Shalene and we're out here at Bent Tree Golf Club with Doug Mockery, head pro and GM. Doug, thanks for having us out.
Thanks for coming out.
And Doug, tell us about the hole we're playing and about the course here.
This is a 10th hole here at Bent Tree. It's one of the new ones that was remodeled 3 years ago. It's not overly long in distance, but as you see when we play the hole, if you're going to be gambling, trying to go for the green in 2, or even making your layup shot, there's some objects out there we're going to have to discuss.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it, but you got to start with a good drive, so here we go.
All right, hold on. Well struck. Let's hope it holds up over there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Found your ball, we're across the margin of the hazard here.
Okay.
So you would have, from the margin of the hazard here, you would be dropping within 2 club lengths.
Yeah, so let's just drop it. Uh-oh. A bit right.
I think you missed that far enough, right?
I think we did miss right a little bit. Oh, it might be a little firm.
Nice. Contrary to our last shot, well, we were downhill, now we're uphill. So you have to remember to try to tilt yourself with the hill so that when you swing into that grass behind the ball, it doesn't drive into the bank.
Okay. Oh.
You notice how the club stuck into the hill.
So
that
I was
means
going to...
You didn't swing with the terrain, you swung it down into the terrain.
Got it. Oh, hit it.
All right, nice putt.
All right, well, we definitely got to work on the short game a little bit today.
We experienced a lot of the new design out here.
Yeah, that's it. We're just trying to show the layout a little bit out here at Bentry. Well, it's semi-private out here, so anyone can come play, right?
Yep, it's open to the public. 7 days a week. You can call.
Excellent. All right, so we'll come out here and enjoy it. And thanks again, Doug, for your time
having
today.
You guys here. We've been here so many times, we might have to build another 9 if we keep doing this.
Hey, that wouldn't be the worst problem in the world. All right, and thank you for joining us for another Dream 18.
All right, this is good stuff. Still to come on Good Morning Suncoast. If you have a Gmail account, you're going to see some big changes. What you can expect to see straight ahead.
And next half hour, a new tax law may not affect you as you file this year's taxes, but could impact next year's return. Those stories and more when we come back. But first, here's a peek outside our window. Looks like a crystal clear day on the way. Love John Scalzi's forecast and much more local news coming up on Good Morning Suncoast.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Thanks to all of you who participated in ABC7's Caribbean Cruise Giveaway Contest. Join us as we celebrate our grand prize winner, Joyce Fakowski of Northport. Married for 13 years in June, Joy and her husband, Don, are excited to celebrate their anniversary on a spectacular 7-night luxury Caribbean cruise for 2. Congratulations, Joy and Don. Bon voyage. ABC7, we're here for you.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone. Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
We'd like to show you live shots from around the country, around the world, outer space. This is Centennial Park in Atlanta. Pretty shot there. The Ferris wheel. It's a bit of a tourist attraction there. You can pay money and go around that. Very similar one in Orlando, also one in London, that little Ferris wheel. That, my friends, is downtown Atlanta.
That is a beautiful shot out there this morning. The weather's all feeling good right around this whole region. Like farther south you go, the nicer it gets.
Yeah.
Well, if it is gas prices, if you're looking to gas up for that next road trip, well, you're going to be paying a little bit more gas, especially as we get closer to the summer. According to estimates, the forecast for summer prices at the pump is an average of $2.74 a gallon. And yes, that is a 14% raise. It's higher than they were last year. An expert at Gas Buddy says that the surge actually has to do with an OPEC deal, and it's something that drivers are not happy about.
A lot of the basis for higher prices today really can be tracked back to that 2016 agreement that OPEC made to cut oil production.
It's a loss for me in the summer because gas is so high.
And if you're thinking they're going to be paying a lot here in Florida, check this out. The increase is going to put the average price for a gallon of gas in California at over $4 a gallon. Ouch. Time to get a bike. Yeah. Well, Gmail is preparing to roll out a new look and some great new features in the coming weeks.
Here's today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, changes coming to Gmail.
Google confirms it's working on a new design for its popular email service. The new Gmail will have a new look and a snooze feature that gives you the ability to remove an email from your inbox until a later, more relevant date. It appears the HomePod isn't selling well.
Apple has cut production of the voice assistant to mid-week demand. According to Tech Reports, the HomePod has only 10% of all smart speaker sales compared to 73% for the Amazon Echo devices. And Mercedes-Benz is joining the subscription car service business.
The company is starting a pilot program in Philly and Nashville in June. Customers will have access to a fleet of available cars through an app for a fixed monthly fee. No word on the price, but similar plans with BMW and Porsche can cost more than $3,000 a month.
Wow. Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites. Sponsored by Quicken Loans.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans makes the complex simple. Giving you superhero levels of confidence. Understand the details and get approved in as few as 8 minutes, so nothing stands in your way. Rocket Mortgage, America's largest mortgage lender. Marvel Studios Avengers Infinity War in theaters April 27th.
Feel the clarity of non-drowsy Claritin and relief from symptoms caused by over 200 allergens, like those from Buddy. Because stuffed animals are clearly no substitute for real ones. Feel the clarity and live Claritin Clear.
The delicate skin on your neck can show age. Or not.
Gold Bond Neck and Chest Cream helps improve texture and increase elasticity. 97% had visibly firmer skin. Gold Bond Neck and Chest for visibly firmer skin.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Grab your grass skirts and Hawaiian shirts and get ready to party. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
And I'm Joey Panic. Join ABC 7 at this year's island-themed Best of Sarasota Bash at Selby Gardens on Tuesday, April 24th. Sponsored by Sarasota Magazine and PNC Wealth Management.
Celebrate the region's best of winners with hula dancing, Mai Tais, and authentic island fare.
Get your tickets today at sarasotamagazine.com.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC 7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC 7 on Facebook. Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining. Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
So I just heard that they broke into the office of
one of my personal attorneys. It's a disgraceful situation. It's a total witch hunt. I've been saying it for a long time.
The FBI raids the office of the president's lawyer. Trump warns Syria about a missile attack. So much for being unpredictable. I'm Alan Cohn. We're predictable. A great trapezoid every Friday.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC 7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Get breaking news, plus first alert, weather and traffic focused on where you live. Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.
Feeling a little cut off from the world? Well, thousands went without Verizon service last night and early this morning. We're going to have the latest updates on your service. Plus, it's been called one of the coolest film festivals in the world. The 20th annual Sarasota Film Festival kicks off tonight and we'll be live.
And what made this performance so unique? Why did it go viral? We'll tell you this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5:30.
Good morning to you. It is 5:30 on this Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. Indeed, Friday the 13th of all things.
That is right. So many superstitions surrounding this day.
Are you superstitious?
Not really. I just try to not. I do the normal stuff like don't walk under ladders, don't brick and mirror, things like that, but nothing too crazy. You?
I love what Michael said on The Office. Remember The Office? He said,
yes.
I'm not superstitious. I'm just stitious.
Stitious? That's about right. We're just stitious here this morning on Good Morning Suncoast. How about you, John? You a little stitious this morning?
Stitious? Superstitious?
Yeah.
No, not me.
Not at all?
No.
Really?
No.
No. I feel like he's throwing some salt over his shoulder.
So we have some nice weather for you today. Not much in the way of any kind of rain showers around. We're looking at clear skies throughout the afternoon. A few clouds down to the south, but high pressure remains our dominant weather feature. Temperatures running around 5 to 10 degrees above where they were 24 hours ago, so it's a warmer start to the morning. A little bit more humid as well. Now, the fact that we've had some dry conditions over the last several days, beautiful days, but dry conditions has led to an increased fire danger index. In fact, Charlotte County now in the highest category, extreme in terms of fire danger spread. So let's be extra cautious out there. We got more rain on the way, though, over the weekend. Some of it could be strong to severe. We'll be talking about that in a few minutes. Today's daytime high, warmer than yesterday, coming in around 85. Complete forecast in a minute.
Why does John Scalzi have a salt shaker in his office?
Because he's stitious.
He's a Renaissance man.
He enjoys breakfast and lunch in there.
He's a great cook. There's the roads right now. You'll see 301, some congestion northbound around 70. Also heading toward downtown Bradenton. Farther south now, we'll check those roads in the northern half of Sarasota County. Little blip there down. You see a Bee Ridge Road in the eastbound lane, a stalled vehicle causing some early issues there at I-75. Be aware of that. Also, there's a little problem there on Clark Road, on Fox Run Road, actually. An obstruction on the road. Shouldn't take too long to take care of that, but it's still there. Half an hour later. Checking farther south now to the lower half of our viewing area. And we'll see no real red to report so far at 5:32 on your Friday morning. Happening now, many of you may have lost phone service.
Can I just tell you what it was like last night? We weren't able to make phone calls. We couldn't send a text. Well, trust me, we were all not alone last night. Thousands of Verizon Wireless customers were affected all the way from Tampa and St. Pete all the way south of Punta Gorda. Verizon phones were unable to send text or calls, including 911 emergency calls. Now, the Sheriff's Office in Sarasota and other agencies confirmed that they couldn't receive calls or anything from Verizon users. And of course, they're recommending that if you still don't have service today, use landlines if you need to call 911 or call for an emergency. Now, we reached out to the company last night, and a spokesperson did tell us that they are aware of the network issue in the area. Their engineers have been working on it. I know that some people are getting it back. We got it back this morning around 2:45, I think, so I think it's slowly rolling out in chunks, but the good news is that the service is coming back.
I wasn't even aware. I was at an event last night, and I thought, boy, the Wi-Fi's lousy here.
Right, we had 3 phones in our house, 3 separate Verizon services, so where my daughter and I are like, DEFCON 12 going, can't communicate.
5:34 right now. The new tax laws are not taking effect for this year's return.
But there will be some big changes that you should be aware of for next year. Here's Rebecca Jarvis.
You may have already noticed more money in your paycheck this year thanks to the new tax law. But as you get ready to file your 2017 tax return, keep in mind that most of those changes don't affect your 2017 return. Although you may be able to deduct more of your medical expenses than you have in prior years thanks to a lower threshold in 2017 and 2018. Itemized deductions aren't changing for 2017, but for 2018, there are some big changes. The current standard deduction for those who don't itemize is $6,350 for an individual. But Kathy Pickering, executive director of the Tax Institute at H&R Block, says for next year,
they increased the standard deduction and they really expanded the child tax credit. So now a married filing joint couple gets a standard deduction of $24,000.
But the new tax law puts a cap on deducting state and local taxes.
For people who pay state or local income tax, have real estate and personal property taxes, that amount has been capped at $10,000 of what you can deduct.
A change that could affect many Americans, especially in those higher tax states.
The top 5 states that are going to feel this the most are New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, California, and Maryland.
Also new in 2018, you will no longer be able to claim a deduction for unreimbursed business expenses like home office costs, union dues, or items required for your job. Tax preparation fees will also no longer be deductible. Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
Well, Movie Maker magazine calls it one of the coolest film festivals in the world. And for 20 years now, the Sarasota Film Festival has just continued to grow and expand, and it is beginning today. The big day is finally here. The film festival starts today. For 9 days, theaters all across the city are going to be packed with all of us film junkies for this year's Film Fest. Of course, this year they're going to be enjoying at all different locations, including the Hollywood 11, the Art Ovation Hotel, and the Sarasota Opera House. Close to 232 short and feature-length films from 48 different countries are going to be on display this year. 14 of them are local films. This is kind of cool. This is also a great year for both music and female comedic films.
We really try to focus on bringing levity, to the arts and to, the global situation right now. So we're focusing on female comedic directors. And there's a full sidebar. I believe it includes 8 films that are directed by women and funny in all kinds of different ways.
And there are going to be some big names who are in attendance. You might remember him from Pulp Fiction and Mask. Eric Stoltz is now a director. He's going to be featuring his film Class Act during the opening night. John Hader, do you remember him from Napoleon Dynamite?
Yep.
He is going to be in town. We're actually going to be talking to him on Monday as well. So we've got lots of celebrities that are going to be in town. Now, opening night tonight starts at 6 o'clock at the Sarasota Opera House. So make sure you go and check it out. It's going to be a good night.
I'll be there as well.
Yay.
A former Suncoast resident who now lives in Hollywood is back this weekend to debut a short film she produced. Here she is, Chelsea Gonzalez. She graduated from Out of Door Academy before going on to Syracuse University. She's been acting in a number of shows in Hollywood the past few years. The Mindy Project right there. She's been in Castle, Criminal Minds. She says it's a dream come true to come back to Sarasota and have a short film in the local festival.
I love festivals and films, and I've been getting into a bunch of them with my film, which is really exciting. But my number one was that I wanted it to be able to bring it to Sarasota and show it to all the people that, got me inspired to be in the entertainment industry in the first place.
I'll bring a stat.
And I will have...
Her 7-minute film is called Suzanne and the Man. It's about her experience as a woman in Hollywood, especially around men who over-explain everything. She calls that mansplaining.
Oh, we all know mansplaining.
No, it's not true.
It's very true. You're going to tell me about all the reasons in commercial break, and you're mansplaining.
Her movie's in the Film Fest tomorrow at 6:15 and also Sunday at 7:45 p.m.
All right, sounds good. Well, happening today, do you love to collect shark's teeth? Well, we have the festival that you need to attend. It is the 26th annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival. Starts at 4 o'clock and runs until 9 o'clock tonight. It's taking place all weekend long at the Venice Airport Festival grounds. Tickets are only $4 a person. Kids 12 and under are free. Lots of cool stuff going on there as well.
And this is a live look at Sarasota's Bayfront, where an exhibit kicked off this week, Embracing Our Differences. Both the name of the exhibit and the goal, Embrace Differences. 45 billboard-sized works of art, and in fact 15 this year that were brought back in honor of the 15th anniversary. They're on display now and through June 1st right near O'Leary's on Sarasota's Bayfront. Here's a fun picture. Hundreds turned out last night for a fundraiser at Selby Gardens for the Boys and Girls Club. It was called the Tennis Ball. The highlight was this. Two of the best tennis players in the world from years ago played a little ping pong exhibition. Peter Korda on the left, Jimmy Arias on the right. They played a few shots to a very appreciative crowd.
Who won?
I think actually Korda got more points in that one.
All right, nicely done. Nicely done. And you were at that way past your bedtime last night.
I was the master of ceremonies, took that picture from the actual stage. But nice. I was out past the street lights going on last night, but it was all worth it for a good cause.
Right, that's too late, too late. Gotta get that bedtime in there.
Yeah, it's Thursday night. Still ahead, we'll have First Alert traffic, and it's a video that's gone viral. We'll tell you what made this so unique.
All right, right now, speaking of unique, it is beautiful outside. One-of-a-kind look out of Ray's favorite window. What is our weather going to be like today on this Friday, the 13th?
Yeah, not bad, actually. We're looking at another nice day shaping up for us. As you head the kids out to school at the bus stop this morning, temperatures will be a little bit warmer than they were 24 hours ago. We'll come in at about 67 degrees instead of 62 or even cooler. And the drop-off temperature this afternoon, warm at around 81. We'll probably get up to about 85 for a daytime high. So we're looking at a nice day. 10 out of 10 chance the kids have an outside recess today. Just a lot of sunshine once again today. Chance of severe weather over the weekend, though. Talk about it in a second.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
WWSB ABC 7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC 7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new animal adventure. Our coral reefs around Florida are in jeopardy. How researchers are hoping to help reverse their decline. And
we're going on 8,700 transports.
This is not your typical ambulance. This one can transport some of our animal friends in need. Join us this week on ABC 7.
Thanks to all of you who participated in ABC7's Caribbean Cruise Giveaway Contest. Join us as we celebrate our grand prize winner, Joyce Fakowski of Northport. Married for 13 years in June, Joy and her husband, Don, are excited to celebrate their anniversary on a spectacular 7-night luxury Caribbean cruise for two. Congratulations, Joy and Don. Bon voyage. ABC7, we're here for you. Now, your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yesterday morning, you may recall we had some temperatures in the 50s, upper 50s. Well, now 65 the air temperature outside. That is caused by one thing. That number right there, the dew point value, the relative humidity. Well, the dew point value actually relates to very closely the relative humidity, and we're at 90% right now. So the dew point value has risen at 62. Yesterday it was 48. So that means there's more moisture in the air, a little bit more humid. And this afternoon, I think you'll feel that when the temperatures begin to rise. They'll get up to about 85 for a daytime high today as our winds now have a southerly component. That southerly component is going to be with us right straight through probably till, I would say, Monday morning. Winds initially will be out of the southeast and eventually switch even southwest, coming in right over Gulf waters tomorrow. Sunny today with higher humidity, 70 by 9 a.m., 73 by 12 noon, 85 degrees by 3 p.m. And I think some people will start to say, hey, this is beginning to feel a little muggy. Where's all that nice dry air that we had yesterday and the day before? Well, it's gone for a couple of days. And then as we head into the evening hours, 7 p.m., 82 degrees. Still, won't be in the 70 dew point values. We'll still be in the 60 dew point values, I think, as we head into the evening tonight. So it won't be too terribly bad. It'll definitely be stickier tomorrow. Drier air and cooler air back to the west. That eventually will translate east behind a cold front, which is setting up shop in the center part of our country. There is a threat of severe weather today, right in advance of that frontal boundary. And in fact, it becomes even a stronger threat as this high pressure ridge moves out into the Atlantic and our winds start to shift to a more southerly direction that draws up moisture right up in advance of that frontal boundary. And by tomorrow, that frontal boundary will be in the northern Gulf waters, and that will set up the potential for some very strong storms. Tomorrow, travel to the Atlanta airport could be placed in a little bit of jeopardy, especially in the afternoon as those showers and thunderstorms close in on that airport. So watch for that and keep that in the back of your mind if you're traveling to Atlanta tomorrow. Sunny, higher humidity today, stormy on Sunday as this whole frontal boundary ends up on our doorstep by Sunday afternoon, and then cooler next week as the front finally exits the state. Titan radar not showing a drop of rain around anywhere. It's a quiet day. Now here's the thunderstorm outlook as produced by the Severe Storm Prediction Center. We've been talking about the threat of severe weather just about all week long, and now as we get closer to Sunday, we start to be able to refine the chances for severe weather. And as I mentioned, in the center part of the country today in advance of that cold front, the risk is very high. A moderate risk is pretty high, actually, in terms of severe weather. And then that moderate risk kind of moves a little bit further to the east along the northern Gulf Coast by tomorrow, on Saturday. And the majority of the energy lifts off to the north and to the east, but still the cold front advances through warm, moist, humid state of Florida on Sunday, and that risk of severe weather also moves with it. So we'll have right now a slight risk of severe weather across the state of Florida, which includes us, but that could be upped as we get closer to the day to perhaps a enhanced risk, which is even a little more heightened risk. Mostly for gusty winds, small hail, not so much for tornadoes, but still some of the storms could indeed be strong. Southwest wind developing, and over the course of the next several days, here's what we're looking at. It's going to be kind of a warm, muggy day tomorrow, I think, as the daytime high climbs to the mid-80s once again. On Sunday, 80% chance of storms. First alert weather day. Second half of the afternoon could be severe weather. That all clears out on Monday with temperatures falling. Next work week looks spectacular. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look outside. Your first alert traffic out there this morning. Not too much to see in Manatee County. The roads are still pretty decent. Not even the bridges are looking too bad, and they're normally starting to get a little more congested around this time of the day. Heading farther south into Sarasota County, those roads are looking pretty good except for a couple hot spots. One University Parkway, a little blip right there to tell you about. There's another little accident right there, a little construction, I should say. There's some stuff in the road. Bee Ridge Road eastbound. There was a stalled vehicle right at the corner of eastbound Bee Ridge Road and I-75. Something to know about there. If that is part of your commute, give yourself a couple extra minutes because it might be slowing things down in that area. Heading a little bit farther south in the area, a couple other things that we want to tell you about. Some slowdowns that we're starting to see on 41, but not anything that's really going to affect your morning commute too much. The rest of the area looks good as well. 549, that's your first alert traffic.
Here's your chance to help name a new elementary school in eastern Manatee County. The district will host a town hall meeting next week to give parents and citizens a chance to get more information on the new school. The town hall is set for Thursday, 6 p.m. in the cafeteria at Buffalo Creek Middle School. The new school will debut in August of 2019 on 115th Avenue East in Parrish.
Well, if a trip to see national parks this summer is on your travel bucket list, you're going to spend a little more money while you're there. The National Park Service just released their new prices for this season. Now, this year, the park prices are going to go up a little bit. The entrance fees will go up by about $5 a car. For example, the Grand Canyon entrance will be $35 now, starting June 1st. But the good thing is the additional money that they're raising is going to be helping with maintenance projects across the 417 national parks. Now, here's the cool part. About 2/3 of the national parks are still going to be free to get into. And even better, did you know that if you are an active duty military or a veteran, you can get a free annual pass to all the national parks in the country? Little thing for you to do.
Jimi Hendrix, a student with autism in Arizona, showed his classmates what he can do with a guitar. He played the national anthem during a school assembly in Glendale. At the end, the crowd broke out to a thunderous applause, and teachers posted this video. It has since gone viral. His first time playing the guitar in public.
Oh my God, that is absolutely amazing. I totally got goosebumps while he was playing that. That's a very cool rendition.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, 5:51. Here's a look at the White House right now in Washington. They're going to have a nice day there. It is 63 degrees. It'll be a high of 81. And look, the light is on, Stephanie.
The light is on. That second floor kitchen. Melania's up. She's trying to figure out what to make Barron for breakfast this morning.
Well, I've heard that when the flag is up, it means the president is in the White House.
I've heard that too.
And when the light is on the top right, it means Barron is hungry.
All right, okay, let's go with that. You hear it here first, folks.
Yeah, and last, hopefully. We'll have more local news headlines after this. Stay with us.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Don't miss Southwest Florida's largest barbecue and bluegrass event this weekend at the Venice Airport Festival grounds. Taste genuine competition barbecue and listen to award-winning bluegrass entertainment. Join us for a finger-licking and hot-picking good time. Free admission and parking. Go to suncoastbbqbash.com for details.
Hey kids, come learn baseball from the pros. The Bradenton Marauders are hosting baseball camp on June 5th, 6th, and 7th at Lecom Park. Boys and girls ages 6 to 14 will learn the fundamentals of hitting, pitching, and fielding from Marauders coaches and players at Lecom Park. Your camp fee includes a t-shirt, lunch daily, and 1 ticket to the Marauders games on these nights. To sign up, go to BradentonMarauders.com by May 14th. Sponsored by ABC7, your Suncoast News. You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC 7 on Facebook.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
Get your power tools ready. I'm Joey Panic. On Suncoast View, we'll work with Bradenton's Makers Market to turn old furniture into a DIY home decor project. Comedian Rita Rudner brings her Vegas stand-up act to our studio before headlining at McCurdy's Comedy this weekend. Plus, Cutting Loose teaches new techniques for smoother summer hair, and Geyer's Sausage Kitchen joins us in our kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
You know, fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore 2 hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC 7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC 7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather, and traffic focused on where you live. ABC 7, we're here for you.
Here are some of the top stories that we're following for you on the Suncoast today. First of all, let's talk about the story of how beautiful of a morning it is on this Friday the 13th.
Very nice out there. Looking at the Rosemary
Gorgeous.
District on Lemon there. A service outage impacted Verizon customers from Tampa Bay to Punta Gorda last night. A fiber optic line was cut.
Plus, go Bolts. The Lightning won their first round playoff game last night against the New Jersey Devils. Game 2 tomorrow afternoon at 3 at Amalie Arena.
And the Sarasota Film Fest starts tonight. Among the movies being shown, a short film by a former student from Out of Door Academy who is now a working actress in Hollywood. Actress, writer, and producer Chelsea Gonzalez has a film called Suzanne and the Man.
And coming up in the next hour, I cannot wait to share the story with you guys. We're going to take you to the set of the Military Makeover Show. They've been in Bradenton all week. They're redoing a veteran's house. Also there, you guys, former Navy SEAL Marcus Luttrell. His story was told in the movie Lone Survivor. Mark Wahlberg played him in that. There he is right there. We spent some time with him as well, and I can't even begin to tell you how amazing that experience was. Can't wait to bring you the story next hour.
I know. You've been excited all week about this.
I know. I can't wait to share this one.
All
It's a
right.
good one.
Big day. It's Friday. Lots of news on the way. Stay with us. 5:56 right now, April 13th, Friday, and you're watching Good Morning Suncoast.